McDonald's.
In McDonald's.
For McDonald's.
McDonald's.
For McDonald's.
McDonald's, the truest American business model. The story of how one man turned a single small-town restaurant into a global phenomenon. The golden arches are seen all around the world, and the influence of his singular persona has changed the way we view our culture, history, health, and more importantly, food. By undercutting the system, Raymond Albert Kroc changed the world using a name and a restaurant and ideas that were not his. An American business pioneer, Ray Kroc exemplifies the accolades that could be achieved if one attempts to complete their dreams. Though Ray took part in unethical business tactics, he ultimately showed the drive and dedication one must have to complete their dreams. His influence in modern-day business, as well as the impact as the founder of McDonald's has had on modern-day culture, is undeniable. Truly a revolutionary, Ray Kroc is an American icon and dreamer. Ray Kroc was always an aspirational person. As a kid, he was nicknamed Danny Dreamer by his peers. His dedication to his passions earned him the name in the Chicago suburb he grew up in. Ray was born on October 5, 1902, to Louise and Rose Kroc. He was the oldest of three in his working-class family. From his parents, Kroc would learn how with hard work one can accomplish anything they set their mind to. He carried this trait when conquering the American business frontier with McDonald's. Though a brilliant businessman in his later years, Kroc was never successful in his academics. Kroc never completed high school, in part due to his legal commitment to the military. When he was only 15 years old, he enlisted illegally to join the war effort in Europe. Ray lied about his age to the recruiters and became a Red Cross ambulance driver in Europe. Though he was young, Ray Kroc was ambitious and crazy enough to join the military just because he wanted to. But Kroc was never deployed on the Western Front of World War I because the armistice was signed and his platoon would never be going to Europe. In Kroc's formative years, he played lots of piano. He learned it from his mother Rose, who was a music teacher at the time. Some of Kroc's first jobs were as a pianist. From his music skills, Kroc discovered how dedication to a craft will help you succeed, just like in the business of fast food. Also from jobs as a pianist, Ray discovered his first love, Ethel. But in order to be allowed to elope, Louise, Ray's father, forced Ray to find a more stable job. Ray discovered a job at Lilly brand paper cups as a traveling salesman, and then the couple was to marry. Little did Ray know at the time that his job would springboard his life into infamy with the McDonald's company. Kroc's formative years instilled many valuable traits that would equip him to be the CEO of the biggest food chain in the world. In 1927 to 1937, Kroc was a leading salesman at Lilly Cup. He traveled all around the Midwest, pitching paper cups to all sorts of different restaurant owners. His years at Lilly Cup allowed him to fine-tune his salesmanship skills and gave him the taste for the food industry that carried through to his older adult years. Kroc formed many business relationships with the people at Lilly Cup that carried through into his career at McDonald's and beyond. During his time at Lilly Cup, he befriended men by the names of Earl Prince and Walter Fredehagen. They were the inventors of Prince Castle multi-mixer machine, which was a 5-cartridge milkshake maker. This milkshake machine was the first of its kind, and Ray, as an intelligent businessman, wanted to seek out this bubbling opportunity. Kroc, Prince, and Fredehagen proposed a deal with Lilly Cups. The mixing machine would use a paper cup to line the metal sleeve that would be used to mix the milkshake. In this deal, Ray's job at Lilly Cup and his excitement over the milkshake machine would combine. Lilly Cup agreed, and the two businesses became inseparable in large part due to Ray Kroc. In 1941, Kroc left Lilly Cup to create his own company under the name of Prince Castle Sales, so he can sell the mixing machines solely without feeling hindered by the parent company. He sold the mixing machine all across America to diners and drive-ins, but Kroc kept getting calls from potential customers about the fancy new mixing machine at the McDonald's Brothers restaurant in San Bernardino, California. In 1954, Kroc found himself at the establishment that his customers were provoking him about. But when Ray Kroc first arrived at McDonald's, he did not know what he was going to be in store for the rest of his life. This one trip to McDonald's would give Ray a new passion over selling milkshake machines as well as paper cups. After discovering McDonald's, Ray would now not stop until he owned the small yet impactful restaurant. Ray Kroc's life completely changed when he was 52 years old. Ray was no stranger to stepping on the little man for business gang before McDonald's. But when he encountered the McDonald's restaurant, Kroc was sure that this restaurant was something that would allow him to capitalize on 3 decades of sales experience. Mac and Dick McDonald's were brothers and co-owners of the original McDonald's in San Bernardino, California. These 2 brothers were inventors but lacked the vision and gain and drive that was needed to capitalize on their invention. Their invention and idea was named the Speedy Service System. The Speedy Service System is a way of divvying up the kitchen to be like an assembly line in a factory. Ray Kroc thought of them as the Henry Fords of the fast food industry, and this idea of assembly line-like kitchen was what made their burger restaurant into a huge success in their small town. This style of restaurant would allow the customer to receive their food hot and fast, and it would benefit the owners of the restaurant because the specialization of the workers would mean that they would not fatigue as quickly as they would at a normal restaurant. But the success of the Speedy Service System was what drew in Ray Kroc. Kroc had the business experience to know a good thing when he saw it. Almost immediately after first meeting the brothers, he started to talk about the ideas he had for the restaurant and how McDonald's would be the biggest restaurant in the market. After almost a year of push and tug with the brothers for franchising rights, he finally got them on March 2nd, 1955. The brothers were very resistant to giving control to Kroc, and rightfully so. Though the brothers only gave Kroc an infinitesimal part of sales from the franchising stores, Kroc would stop at nothing to open up more and more. The unequal sales deal was supposed to discourage Kroc from taking over the McDonald's brothers' livelihood, but Kroc's passion and love for McDonald's only grew stronger. The McDonald's brothers' agreement with Kroc led to their downfall, but Kroc's success. Kroc's smart business moves from the first time he saw McDonald's would inspire future businessmen and show the American public what the great American business tycoon is. This is what one of Kroc's close financial advisors in the late 70s had to say on the deal with the McDonald's brothers.
It was not a very good contract from Ray's vantage point. The McDonald brothers made a lot of money for doing nothing, and Ray made very little for doing everything.
Within the next month of the unequal deal with the brothers, Kroc opened his first McDonald's franchise on April 15, 1955 with Egg McLucky in Michigan. Though Kroc was super excited, so he jumped at the first opportunity, he could not make any major profits through franchising alone due to the nature of the deal. In May of 1955, a man named Harry Sonneborn called for a meeting with Kroc. Harry Sonneborn was an old customer from Ray's multi-mixer days and the president of Tasty Freeze, a successful fast food restaurant of the time. Sonneborn asked to join in on Ray's business venture with McDonald's, and by 1956, Sonneborn was incorporated into the team and became the financial advisor of Kroc. Kroc and Sonneborn became a power duo quickly, and with Sonneborn's assistance and advice, Kroc would soon be able to conquer McDonald's. Sonneborn was key to McDonald's as well as Kroc's success in the long term. Harry Sonneborn had not only found the most profitable way for a fast food chain to operate, but also the purest method of generating profits. Sonneborn's plan would not only give more power to Ray Kroc, but generate more franchising stores and more money. The great plan that turned around Ray Kroc's life was very simple. Kroc would form a separate real estate company from McDonald's called the Franchise Realty Corporation. This company would locate and lease restaurant sites from landowners that wanted to build McDonald's stores, therefore giving Ray more power to franchise out the McDonald's company. Developing Ray's power over the McDonald's brothers generated sales immediately. Therefore, in 1961, Kroc was able to sell Prince Castle Sales in order to focus on the real estate company and take over McDonald's. This plan gave Kroc power over the brothers, and thus he was able to steal their restaurant from right under their feet, literally. Kroc's business plan would soon make American history in the American market. The intelligence of Kroc and the wittiness of the idea is what made him into an American industry tycoon along the likes of Rockefeller and Carnegie. Another reason for Kroc's success in franchising McDonald's was the creation of Hamburger University. In the original contract with McDonald's brothers, every single franchisee must follow the original McDonald's restaurant system religiously. This meant every single detail from the store design, signage, menu, pricing must be duplicated without any deviation from the San Bernardino location. To get around this, Kroc founded Hamburger University, a school to train potential franchisees as well as floor managers about the McDonald's system, ensuring the consistency that was needed for commercial success and to get around the original contract. Hamburger University gave McDonald's the quality of service that was needed, that if one goes to McDonald's in California, they are getting the same service as one in Ohio. Hamburger U and the Franchise Realty Corporation truly put McDonald's ahead in the fast food industry, as well as the contract that was signed between the brothers and Kroc. By finding loopholes in the contracts, Kroc was finally able to complete his life dream of becoming successful. In 1961, Ray Kroc bought out the McDonald's brothers for $2.7 million. He also bought the name of the brothers so they cannot start another restaurant using their own family name. Ray Kroc said it best himself with respect to this deal.
To me, it was all inclusive. It was Irish to the Irish. It sounded Scotch to the Scotch. It was a typical English-American word. It flowed. McDonald's. It was easy for the kids to say and remember. And I liked the sound of it. It sounded wholesome, and it sounded genuine, you know. I don't like these gimmick type names, you know. Burger this and burger that and all that kind of stuff. McDonald's, it's got a nice sounding name. It sounds like Tiffany's. And I think we are the Tiffany's of the hamburger.
Though to McDonald's at the time, $2.7 million was a very large sum of money, Kroc and the McDonald's company quickly made it back. As of 2011, McDonald's had $34.2 billion revenue in sales alone. Ray Kroc and the McDonald's company were not overnight successes. It took Kroc years of triumph and tribulations for McDonald's to be the iconic restaurant it is today. Though unethical at times, Kroc was the epitome of what can happen with hard work and dedication to complete a goal. He was a brilliant businessman from the start of his career and was able to create a fast food empire from one moderately successful burger joint in California. Kroc's success story is what the American dream is. The American dream is a story of rags to riches that invokes encouragement that all that identify as an American citizen. Kroc was business-savvy salesman who was not afraid to achieve the impossible, the American dream. And to quote Kroc himself, "I was an overnight success all right, but 30 years is a long, long night." Around the world, the name McDonald's is synonymous with American culture. With restaurants in almost every single country in the world that serve almost 50 million people per day, it is said that the Golden Arches are more recognizable than the Christian cross. It is hard to measure the true impact on not only American culture, but global culture. When McDonald's began to expand in 1960, it debuted its first advertising campaign promoting the All-American meal, which consisted of hamburgers, fries, and a milkshake. This was the first advertisement the company had ever put forward, showing its all-American roots and its embeddedness with the culture. Fast food restaurants, with McDonald's being the largest and most widespread, feed over 50 million Americans each day, showing how impactful McDonald's has been on not only American culture, but its health too. In 1950, 10% of Americans were overweight or obese, but by 1975, when McDonald's had over 4,000 stores worldwide, the percentage of obese adults rose to 15%. Lower income families in the United States are more prone to obesity than high income families, and this can be traced back to the creation of the dollar menu by fast food restaurants, including McDonald's. Items on the McDonald's dollar menu are generally cheaper than the healthier ones, and people in poverty cannot afford the healthier option. McDonald's and similar restaurants have led to an obesity boom in the lower class of the United States as well as all over the world. McDonald's has also impacted the media industry too, with documentaries such as Super Size Me and fictionalized historical accounts of the actions of Ray Kroc in the movie The Founder during his start at the McDonald's restaurant. The movie The Founder has grossed over $24 million worldwide and spreading the story of Kroc and McDonald's internationally. McDonald's is a center of lots of attention in the American media market. There are songs, books, and art written and created about the Golden Arches, thus showing how intertwined it is with the culture of the United States of America. Though it was never intended by Kroc himself, McDonald's is not just a fast food chain, it is a cultural icon. McDonald's is a symbol of what America is, an experiment that successfully conquered the world. It's an American company that has solely taken the globe by storm. McDonald's is an icon of American culture that is spread all across the world, yet stays true to its original American values. With passion and hard work, one can achieve the impossible, just as Ray Kroc did with the company he founded. What started as a small business turned into a global empire through dedication to one thing, the American dream. Also, hamburgers. Here is what Ray Kroc had to say on hamburgers and its influence in the American market.
The American public are basically beef-eating people, and it wears well. It is not. It's not spiced. You can add salt and pepper and ketchup and condiments and things of that kind. But it wears well, day after day after day after day. It's lean, and it's well digested, and people just want more of it. And I've lived quite a number of years, and I know what people like, and they happen to like hamburgers. And I can't give them everything they like, but this one thing I sure can give them.
When Raymond Albert Kroc was young, he had big dreams, but little did he know in about 50 years' time, he would successfully become one of the biggest American self-made entrepreneurs on the planet. Dreaming to be successful is embedded in the American way. Through dedication and hard work, every single American citizen has a chance of becoming a success story, just as Ray Kroc. The American dream is a common goal of all citizens who want to live in prosperity, due to diligent work and passionate work. Kroc stopped at nothing to make McDonald's what it is today, a multinational corporation with restaurants all around the globe, though it still stays tied to its core roots. Kroc demonstrates to every hardworking individual what is possible if one goes the extra mile. Raymond Albert Kroc was a man that showed the entire world what the American dream truly is, and how with years of commitment, anyone can do anything they put their mind to.